A flood of uncertainty after the attacks of September 2001 added urgency to Hazar Imam's deep hope for real understanding in the West about the Muslim world.
That the acts of September the 11th and all that is behind them are repugnant to the very spirit of Islam and to the beliefs and yearnings of the vast majority of Muslims around the world is beyond question. In the words of the Quran, it is as if the entirety of humankind had suffered a death with every life that was so brutally ended.
9/11 was widely called part of a clash of civilizations, but Hazar Imam spoke of a clash of ignorance. To meet the crisis of ignorance, Hazar Imam has redoubled his efforts. Interfaith dialogues in Portugal, in Russia, and in Syria.
Very nice to see you.
At a Syrian mulaqat addressing tens of thousands from various traditions of Islam and other faiths, Hazar Imam was emphatic.
Any differences must be resolved through tolerance, through understanding, through compassion, through dialogue, through forgiveness, through generosity, all of which represent the ethics of Islam.
To instill these values in tomorrow's leaders, Hazar Imam has launched the Aga Khan Academies.
Say good morning, His Highness.
Good morning, His Highness. Please go on, I'm going to join the class.
18 boarding schools across Africa, South and Central Asia and the Middle East. The first opened in Mombasa, Kenya in 2003. It takes promising boys and girls from all religious, cultural and economic backgrounds.
The scholarship does make a huge difference, especially since I know that the award for next year depends on how I perform academically in class as well as in terms of physical activity and creativity. I know that I have to do this in order for me to get that scholarship. I have to show them that they gave me the scholarship for a reason, that I deserve it and I truly deserve
We take
imamate has received global recognition. Formal protocols, declarations, agreements, and treaties have been signed with governments around the world.
So nice.
Hazar Imam's work and thought have garnered sincere appreciation.
His Highness the Aga Khan is a tireless humanist whose views and beliefs are employed for the service of people and in the true expression of humanity.
In helping us to bring hope and opportunity in regions of the world that have known too much despair.
By providing a beautiful and inspiring window into the Muslim world.
Know that when you speak, Canada and the world will listen.
In partnership with the Canadian government, the Imamate founded the Global Centre for Pluralism in Ottawa.
The Centre recognizes that we cannot make the world safe for democracy unless we also make the world safe for diversity.
Its mandate, creating and sharing knowledge and know-how about pluralist societies. Accepting an award for promoting tolerance, Hazar Imam emphasized hope.
Instead of shouting at one another, we must listen to one another and learn from one another. If our animosities are born out of fear, then confident generosity is born out of hope. Even in the poorest and most isolated communities, we have found that decades, if not centuries, of angry conflict can be turned around by giving people reasons to work together toward a better future. In other words, by giving them reasons to hope. And when hope takes root, then a new level of tolerance is possible, though it may have been unknown for years and years and years.
At the same time, Hazar Imam has left no doubt where he stands on extremism and its denial of the Islamic message of inclusiveness.
This message is still potent in the Muslim world today, although it is sometimes clouded, distorted, and deformed by political interests and by struggles for power over the minds and hearts of people. There are attempts at transforming what are meant to be fluid, progressive, open-ended, intellectually informed, and spiritually inspired traditions of thought into hardened, monolithic, absolutist, and obscurantist positions.
Hazar Imam has striven to show how new knowledge can preserve values and allow progress. In Mali, his call to revitalize the unique traditions embodied in the mosques at Timbuktu, Mopti and Djenné echoed a more urgent challenge.
Aujourd'hui, nous sommes face à une situation délicate dans laquelle tous les musulmans de paix doivent s'unir pour présenter au monde le visage d'un islam de paix, d'unité, d'intelligence et de conviction.
In Cairo, a living declaration that Islam, not only the tombs of the pharaohs, illuminate Egypt's glorious history.
This process has been particularly satisfying for me from a very personal perspective. In our excavations and historical investigations, I constantly have been reminded that we were touching the very foundations of my ancestors, the Fatimids, and the pluralistic history and intellectual profile of this city and this country, to which they contributed so profoundly. I am very humbled by the opportunity to return to Cairo, founded over 1,000 years ago by the Fatimid Caliph Al-Mu'iz, to build on that history. 35 generations later, through the work done here by my institutions, it is my prayer that this park will be a continuing contribution to the people of this great city.
Helping to fill the gap, Al-Azhar Park, once a dump, now a testament, helping all Muslims to value the diversity of their heritage.